I'm Lee, and this is my friend Cass. Okay, so we're gonna do our best not to get off track this time, but no promises. Okay, so next after skiing, another one of the activities you could do around the swim time was tubing. You could also do jet ski, which was awesome, by the way. Jet skis are fun to ride on. But what is it? Tubing has always been a bit of a nightmarish thing for me. I mean, I love it. It's fun. Okay, I'm getting off topic, but I'm going to because technically you need to understand the past to understand this story. Though technically that is also now in the past. Technicality! Moving on! That pencil totally just fell on the floor. So, I first went tubing with one of my mom's blood sisters because they totally did that blood exchange thing, but we all know that doesn't exactly pan out all the time, and you really shouldn't mix your blood ever in real life, so don't do it, kids. Or adults or teenagers or young adults watching this. Let's just cover all the age bases. No elderly doing this either, because that's probably more dangerous because they have thinner blood to begin with. Well, because that is for another video. So, and our tube wasn't the best tubing tube because you see, it's round, you know how they're round and everything, and we had one of those coverings that made it so there wasn't a hole in the bottom. Obviously, there was grips so you could hold on to because you're supposed to have those when you're tubing. So, what happened was that we'd start the boat up, and when they started the boat and started pulling, the front half would dip down into the water, and the inside of the tube would fill up. Now, I can't remember if I went first and out, but I know when this happened, we all like stopped the boat and panicking because we're like, we're gonna sink, we're gonna die, even though we had like life vesting because safety, caution, procedures, woo-hoo, keeping you from drowning since I don't know when life vests were made, so don't ask me. And they technically weren't. I don't know when they were like perfected either, so you got to take that into account. Moving on. There's like hair in my mouth. It's annoying. Probably my hair too. Got it, I think. Nope, it's still there. Just moving on. So the thing is, that was the problem with the tube. So you would technically go under and then it'd jump back up. But then if you went too fast, the front of the tube would go under again and it would dunk all of us. And it ended up freaking out my tubing partner a lot when that happened. And therefore then freaked me out because apparently it took me a while to resurface last time because I was a light person and I went flying, apparently, like pretty far into the water. Oh, that reminds me of another story I'm gonna have to share with you now. So, yeah, that was terrifying as a young child. And then I also have an uncle. He's technically my great uncle, but his whole entire goal is to get you to fly off the tube, and I have to admit it's not really fun to some degree unless you fall off the tube. Otherwise, it's just kind of like riding a boat, but on the back of the boat. So, but he always will take the sharpest of turns ever just to fling you off the tube. And when you get like lots of water in your nose and mouth practically every single time, it starts to become not fun. So at camp, I definitely enjoyed it more. There's one, but sadly, I didn't get to go tubing this one year a lot because they had a lot of bumpy waves. Though the bumpy waves honestly made it more fun because every time you hit a wave, you're like, yeah! You just emerge out of the wave and you feel like it's like one of those epic scenes where they're just jumping like out of like it's blazing an inferno or something, or just barely avoiding the wave, or I don't know, it just seemed like an epic scene from a movie to me. So that was pretty cool. But one time, since everyone got in turn, we were just on the back of the stream like, huh, it's pretty wave out here, you guys want to stay on until we get back to port? And I was like, hell yeah. So we did that. But I was kind of reluctant to go tubing there because of the whole entire past history of that and everything. And now on to the other story. Okay, so I've already told you about how you had to do different procedures for the middle, the shallow end, the middle end, the deep end. You're going to have to go back a few videos because I actually described the deep end in a different video, but the shallow end and the middle end were explained before that, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't go back and rewatch my videos before I filmed this like I probably should have. So what is it? In the deep end, they had like one of those trampoline things, and they have it's round here, and there's an extension off of it. A person sits on the end, and the other person hops on, and that person goes flying. Yeah, well, my mom. How do I put this? I don't want to. I don't want to say those words, but I'm going. My mom is overweight. That is the best way to say this because I love my mom and I don't want to use any hurtful words towards her because she is my mom. So, and she's been obviously working on her diet and everything like she's supposed to, and she's doing pretty good, in my opinion. And I love her for who she is either way. Just to clarify, and the thing is, this I technically wasn't supposed to be in the middle end, but my mom was working there and she was with me, so and it was kind of like on the weekend before the campers were actually there yet. So they gave me a life vest, obviously. Again, well, actually, I knew how to swim, so they didn't have to. My mom said it was okay, and everyone was like, "Well, it's your child, so we don't care." Well, because they're like, your mom's here, and technically that's what who would sue us for letting you in here if we, technically didn't and everything. So there's that, and there plus it's like it's your mom, so it's fine. Just that whole entire thing. And so, the hardest thing is getting to the end of that thing. By the way, I don't know how I managed to make it to the end, but I remember one time all of us just made a contest to see if anyone could get to the end. We'd run across it as far as we could, and of course you'd always fall. Like the goal of everyone, because it like gets so soaking wet from everyone just trying to get there that a lot of people even fell off before they could be launched into the air. Not the story I'm going for, but I'm saying it anyway. So apparently, so I sit on the end of it, right? And my mom, and keep in mind, I'm very lightweight at this. In fact, I'm underweight. I was like around 60, 70 pounds probably at that time. And keep in mind that I was also younger when this happened. So I think I was only about like 20, 30 pounds below the weight I should be or something. And my mom jumped in, and according to her, I would, because I had my eyes closed because I was, you're expecting to hit water. So you keep your eyes closed so it doesn't hurt when you like usually enter a pool. So it's like instinctive for me to do this by now. And I just apparently, according to mom, I went up pretty high, and a good majority of the time I was actually in sitting position before I ever went to like make a cannonball, and then I landed in the water. Yeah, I only did that once. But it was like, I wish someone would have filmed that because that would have been stinking hilarious. There's also another story that goes along with this whole entire swimming thing that I'm going to do with my sister on our channel if I haven't already mentioned that, though we're not sure when the filming thing has happened because of a promise I have to uphold. Yes. So, which I think I may have already explained in some other video. I'm just not sure if it's in the one I released or not. So there's that. Okay. So that's it for the waterfront stuff. I'm pretty sure that was the whole entire tubing and stuff like that. Okay. The other thing is, okay, so this is a camp. I said okay 3 times. Just shoot me now. Don't actually shoot me. I like my life. No matter how hard it sometimes seems. Okay, secret movie. Yes. They did not like, they took away your electronics. You weren't supposed to have your phone on you. If your parents need to contact you, they either send an email or send you mail. And we're going to do another one on getting mail. If I haven't mentioned already, I can't remember. I've been crossing them off, but I think I might have accidentally forgotten to cross that one off. So, whoopsies, you hear it again. I hope you don't mind. And we weren't supposed to have any electronics of practically any sort except for like you heard me say I've had a camera before. That was practically all that was allowed. The kid camera I had games on it and no one knew, so secretly got away with that until I just exposed it all on the internet. Whoopsies. Not whoopsie. What? Okay. Enough of that shenanigans. One of our counselors though, brought a laptop, and it wasn't like the counselors weren't allowed to have laptops. Some people were like volunteers, like my mom. Sometimes they volunteer being in the cabin, and the counselors were usually there's like people who used to be campers who are now become like co-counselors, and I think that was what was happening in our cabin. And then those co-counselors eventually became counselors of the whole entire cabin itself. Pretty sure that's how it ended up working out. So this one counselor She brought a laptop and the movie Cheetah Girls, and we got to watch a little bit of the movie every night until we left, even though we weren't supposed to. So that was like excellent memories right there. We'd all gather around her small computer on the bed and just watch Cheetah Girls. It was fun. I really appreciated that actually to some degree. I thought that was a cool thing to do, honestly. But rules are rules. Oh geez, the screen froze again. I'm not even sure if it's filming. Oh, there we go. Gotta love the glitchiness of this computer. Woohoo! Yeah. It's so weird thinking my face was frozen when I was talking. I don't even know when it started frozen, so I can't go back and redo my movements for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Internet. Please forgive me. Not that you can even hear what I say when I talk like that. I need to work on projecting that when I'm like stage whisper. Yeah, I need to work on that. Definitely. Um, so I just thought that was a cool thing that kind of happened, even though we weren't supposed to. Though I'm surprised that any of us even managed to keep it secret because we were like 6, and let's all. Well, I think I was more like 7 or 8, but we're not the best at keeping secrets. And in my regard, the only reason why a secret is ever kept is because I generally forget it. Yeah, that is actually another video I'm planning to make to describe in more detail because there's quite a fun stories with me and forgetting secrets. Though usually, if someone told me it's a secret, I do remember that, and I don't tell other people. Though sometimes it may or may not be told to my family because I discuss a lot of things with them. Okay, so we're gonna stop the video there, even though I can go to like 15 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna stop it there for now. Now I'll just do this one more because then I was gonna grab Kiri and totally force her to do one of these videos with me because I'm her younger sibling and that's what we do. Okay, so the last one is getting mail. If I haven't explained it already, you usually had to do one funny thing to like get the mail. Sometimes you had to spell Camp Grow with your butt. Other times you had to waddle like a duck, waddle like a duck. And there's like a few other wacky things that they would make us do that I can't quite remember right now. Like sometimes you had to tell your favorite thing about Camp Grow or something you're most thankful for, but there was always some shenanigans you had to do to get your mail. Yeah, see, that didn't take that long. There is also a rainy day. I'm gonna go and explain this one and hope I don't go too much over my time limit because I'm just gonna try to cram this all in before I get Kiri down here because I really want to finish up Camp Crow so I can do other videos because even though I love Camp Crow, I'm just not feeling the emotions right now, I guess, to do it. I don't know. I'm a person who likes to feel things. Who doesn't like feeling things? No one likes being empty, let's be honest. I think. I mean, someone prove me wrong, please. I mean, I don't know, please, because I don't want to. It's bad to feel empty. I mean, from a psychology, I think standpoint, it's not a healthy place to be in. I'm just gonna stop talking now because I'm already using up precious time I could be used explaining this. So was it there is one hot summer there, and I mean it was like really hot and humid almost the whole entire week, and there's so much rain. And usually when it's rainy, we either go down to the basement of the technical inn there, which I think I may or may not have described earlier, and we'd play in the basement telephone or what's that game that you used to do where you go like and you gotta like do it in time, and if you hit like your own hand, you're out. We used a different song here in Michigan, but in Wisconsin we used down by the banks of the hanky pankies where the bullfrogs jump, bang from bang singing oops, eeps, ops, oops, ding sacadalia, ding ding dong. Yeah, that was it. And then when I got here is something different. But one year with my two friends there, they had just gotten done swimming, and I just gone doing nature center. I had not gone swimming practically that whole entire day, and it was just raining outside, and I was just so hot. I just went out and I ran in the rain and just totally ran around and got completely drenched head from toe. Just completely wet. I didn't even have my swimsuit on or anything, and my friends were like, Lily's playing out in the rain. Let's join her! Woo! And we all played out in the rain together, only they had their swimsuits on. Well, I was just like, t-shirt, and shorts. So I kind of just ran around and was like, yeah, it's raining. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. And then of course I had to go back and like change my clothes before like dinner happened because who wants to sit eating dinner in sopping wet clothes? So that's the last one I want to share with you. And look at that, I hit the 15-minute mark perfectly with the telling of that story. Ooh yeah. Okay, so you know the drill. Like, subscribe, the whole shebang. So I will hopefully make the last video, and I will drag my sister down here and make her film this with me. Revenge, sweet revenge. Okay, so look forward to that.